Hi, welcome to Ahmed's World. The Vikings were a group of people who lived in what is now Scandinavia during the Viking Age, roughly from the 8th to the 11th century. The Vikings were known for their seafaring skills, and they traveled extensively throughout Europe, Asia, and North America. The Norsemen, also known as the Vikings, spoke Old Norse, which was a North Germanic language that was spoken in Scandinavia during the Viking Age, 8th to 11th centuries. Old Norse was the language of the sagas and was the official language of Iceland until the 18th century. Today, Old Norse is no longer spoken as a living language, but it has had a significant impact on the development of modern Scandinavian languages such as Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish. Many words and phrases in these languages have their roots in Old Norse, and the grammar and syntax of Old Norse have influenced the structure of modern Scandinavian languages. Additionally, there are still people today who study and learn Old Norse as a historical and academic language. The Norse people were organized into small, independent communities that were led by chieftains. These communities were known as things, and they were responsible for making decisions about local issues such as trade, defense, and justice. The Vikings were also known for their art and craftsmanship. They produced intricate metalwork, jewelry, and textiles that were highly valued by people throughout Europe. Many of these artifacts can still be found in museums today. The Viking Age began with a raid on the monastery at Lindisfarne in 793 AD. Over the next several centuries, Viking raiders would travel throughout Europe, raiding and pillaging towns and monasteries. They were feared and respected for their ferocity and tenacity, and their raids had a significant impact on European history. In addition to their raids, the Vikings also established settlements in many parts of Europe, including England, Ireland, Scotland, and France. These settlements were often established through conquest, and they played an important role in the development of European history. One of the most famous Norse leaders was Ragnarlodbrok, who was a legendary Viking warrior and king. He is said to have raided and conquered many parts of Europe, including England and France, and he was known for his bravery and cunning. His story has been adapted into many works of literature and television, including the popular TV series Vikings. The Norsemen were also known for their religion, which was based on a collection of myths and legends known as Norse mythology. The gods and goddesses of Norse mythology, such as Odin, Thor, and Freya, were an important part of Norse culture and were worshipped through rituals and sacrifices. The end of the Viking Age is generally marked by the Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066, which was a decisive victory for the English over a Viking army led by Harold Hardrada. This battle, along with the Norman conquest of England later that year, marked the end of Viking influence in Europe. Today, the legacy of the Norse people can be seen in many parts of the world, from the language and culture of modern Scandinavia to the many works of literature and art that have been inspired by Norse mythology and history. The Norse people were a fascinating and complex group of people whose impact on world history is still felt today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.